Well, New Zealand's supermarkets have been told they need to change at pace or face tougher regulations as the government moves to increase competition and bring down prices at the checkout. Supermarkets will be forced to open their wholesale arms to would-be competitors like dairies, and a code of conduct will give suppliers and food growers better bargaining power. There will be compulsory unit pricing on products, and a watchdog will carry out annual reviews of competition between supermarkets. OK, let's get a wee bit more on this now and bring in Richard Mead, Honorary Senior Research Fellow at AUT. Richard, thanks for coming on with us tonight. Firstly, are these measures going to work? Are they going to bring prices down at the checkout?
Of themselves, I doubt it. And in fact, I think they could actually frustrate that because they are potentially going to stop the process of competition unfolding as it already is with Costco entering the Auckland market. OK, can you just elaborate on that a little bit more? How could it unravel things? Basically, we already know that Costco is entering the Auckland market and has plans to expand in other parts of the North Island. What makes that profitable, of course, is having some excess profit on the ground. So we're told by the Commerce Commission there's something like $400 million plus of excess profits been made in the sector. If that's genuinely the case, that's what makes it worthwhile for Costco to enter. If the government says it's going to regulate away those profits, then what is there for Costco to actually gain by entering? And if that isn't the case, that effectively regulation takes away those profits, it does, on the other hand, create uncertainty. It's going to take a while to actually set up any regulation. And there's this threat of heavy regulation hanging in the wind in case the government is frustrated by the lack of pace in the sector, in which case that makes it very uncertain whether entry is profitable or not. OK, because businesses hate uncertainty, don't they? So would they have been better to take a hands-off approach then? I think it would have been a wiser path, and this is where the Commerce Commission allowing a 3-year window to review progress in the sector was probably quite on the money, because basically it gives time for Costco to actually enter, and if it doesn't, then I guess you can always come back to other sorts of interventions. OK, how would you characterise the government's actions today then? Well, it seems to be a bit reactive. Of course, there's the whole kind of cost of living crisis around the world, and that's not caused by the duopoly in New Zealand's grocery sector. That's happening in all sectors around the world. And of course, the government, I guess, is anxious to be seen to be doing something about it. But these measures aren't going to do anything short term. They might be politically satisfying, but I'm not sure consumers are going to get anything out of it in any near time frame. And as I say, over the medium term, it could just create uncertainty that actually delays or holds off entry of the very sort that the government says that it wants to help consumers. OK, was there anything you saw today that you thought actually that is a really good idea? We've seen things already been mooted, like making it harder for the existing supermarket operators to stop other operators from getting sites to set up their stores. And so in principle, that seems to be fine. That should help to encourage entry by outfits like Costco if they want to expand around the country. But the other sorts of measures today, the only real news is that they're talking about this approach where they're going to make it compulsory for the supermarkets to open up their wholesale access to rivals, with the threat of regulation if that's not successful, and then shortening this 3-year window down to seeking annual sorts of reviews of the state of the supermarket sector, which could have some merit, but it really just begs the question, if there aren't going to be effective measures to back up any sort of insights that are gained by that, then are we gaining very much or just imposing a lot of cost? Not exactly a glowing review there, but Richard, thanks very much for your thoughts tonight. Pleasure.